Happy Tuesday to all of y'all. This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together
we are PM Artist Studio.
You're sounding kind of weird today.
I'm having
Why am I so up close?
drainage.
You're leaning.
I had a sneezy
Yeah, I heard you earlier.
attack.
First thing Brad said is, remember, I just changed the filters.
Okay, is anything hitting on the thing I'm
No,
trying?
you're good. You're good. Let me say hello to everybody that is here. Be sure to say hello in the chat. Otherwise, I do not know that you're here. If you haven't subscribed to this video, or subscribed to our channel already, please do. Welcome if you are new. And do give the thumbsy upsies on this here video because we have just begun, and that is very mucho importante.
Yes.
Because it lets other people know something
Do it
fun
right,
is
yes.
happening. And that's true of the replay. So, you know, giving the thumbsy upsies is a powerful tool.
Tis.
All right. I have live chat. Be sure to change your chat over to live chat so you don't miss anything. And let's see who our participants are. We have Angela, Heather, Candy, Carol, Christy, Evie, Fran, Ginger, Joni, Judy, Kim. Hello, Kim. And we have Laura, Liz, L.A. Beeler, that's Laura. We have Marianne, Melody, PM Artist Studio, Sandy, and Martha popped in there. I got some others. Jeanette is popping in there. Deb C. Okay, let's see, my thing went. Pew. We've got Sandy and Serious Hecka. That's Lisa. The Fiber Goddess. That's Constance, or some people call her Connie. And then we've got Trish. All right, and I think some other people have kind of popped in and out there, but we'll get you here in the chat. I will do my very best to say hello when you come in. Hello, Colleen. All righty. We got Ginger. I don't know. Did I say Ginger? I think
You
I
said
did.
Ginger.
All right.
Ginger Judy.
Janae. There we go. Janae popped in there from Oakland. And Susie Allen. Hello, you are new. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Diane.
New people.
New people.
Always good. Always good.
He's kind of fired up. She was earlier.
Oh, I was, and then I just, you know, kind of had a sinking spell, and
get
but I'm organized, so
up.
I think I'm gonna I'll get stimulated and
Get yourself
up and at 'em here, and just
I
momentarily.
need you peppy. You're so much more fun when you're peppy. This makes everything better.
Yeah.
I'm going to zoom out because you keep leaning in, so it's like you're like right there. There we go. Oh, see, now you're killing me, lady. Killing me. All right, there we go.
Well, I'm probably gonna be leaned in when I'm doing my
Okay.
whatever it is that I have here on the.
Should I go topside?
I think you should,
Okay, let's do that. Switching things around.
because I can talk, and people can look at things while I'm talking, and it'll be reinforced.
Okay.
One of the things that they taught you when you were, you know, taking your educational classes was you de-emphasized what you're saying when you walked and talked at the same time. You should either walk and then talk, or talk and then walk. Took me a minute to.
Be sure to, you know, when you talk the talk, you better walk the walk. That's some good advice right there.
Izzy's hair things come in rather handy for.
All
This
sorts
and
of
that.
things, really.
Yes. They do. Okay, I have a request before I get into today's.
Hello, Sherry, Jody.
Oh, good.
Sandra?
The
Yeah.
more the merrier. I'm looking for. I went through my chains. I have silver. I have brass, but I do not have any copper that isn't currently in use. And the one that I could it would require taking a bunch of stuff off, and I really don't want to do that. So I'm putting this out there. If you have a source,
Or just some chain laying around.
copper
Some
chain
copper.
laying around, you know, doesn't have to be terribly long, because I'm thinking this needs to be up closer
Now you're showing off your thing.
top. Well, it's not done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, that was your sneak peek.
There's been lots
Alrighty.
of discussion on the sticks that are on there. You know, if it
I
should be a necklace, because it seems like it might be a little dangerous. Might need some
I sanded down the edges. Yes, they
more
were
rounded now.
from yeah,
Less spear-like.
less spear-like. I sanded them, and I also took the X-Acto knife in and cut off some of the little pointy-outy, branchy parts
That's good.
of the stick.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is Tweaker Tuesday again. We're going to revisit some old stuff that I've tweaked. I can't remember if I told you about all of them.
We went through piles.
Yeah, I went through piles. It's always...
Hey, Stella.
always find something that... I found a whole bunch of stencils
Yes.
that had just been, you know, plopped in the box. I really kind of think I knew that they were there, but I forgot that I knew that they were there kind of situation.
Because the box had been loaded up about 2 weeks ago, I think. It's been sitting
Yeah,
there well over a week.
And they were, you know, I just, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even get worried about it anymore because I know that sooner or later it'll turn up. And if not, then I'll have to do something else. So anyway, so I was going through and I found some of my old collages, and it's like Mariah says, unless they're
Debbie?
framed, I'm still working on them.
That's so true. All right, Martha's going to check for you on the copper chain.
Yeah, I would really appreciate that. I'm sure that I could find some, and it would just take a while. But anyway, what I thought I'd do is a real quick little...
She might have to clean something.
Yeah, I really...
She'd rather put it out to y'all.
Listen, I really did think about it, and I looked at this stuff back over here.
I keep
It's in
looking
front
at
of my beads. And I mean, this is going to be a weekender.
We may have to, like, maybe we do a pre-recorded video session so that way we have, like, a full week to, you know, not only deal with it, but also have the therapy to be able to deal with.
Yes, all the angst that goes along with it. I'm not very good at change. And it absolutely, I mean, I didn't even do any artwork for a year. Well, I also had a baby that I was...
Well, we didn't really quite have the setup up here like, you know, we do now.
No.
It was more, well, it was more to my liking, meaning it was organized and things were put away.
Oh, here we go.
Uh-huh.
Boy, that's really a good way to get me in a good mood and all happy and jolly
Really
and
does.
everything.
It fires her up. Not in a good
Throw
way.
me under the freaking bus. Oh, I'll just sharpen a pencil.
Get it ready for me. Wow. Or are you just taking out your frustrations?
I like this pencil sharpener.
Make sure it's some of those cheap ones. Grinded
I don't
down
have
your
any
goodness.
cheap ones. They're all expensive pencils.
Izzy's. We need to bring hers up here. They're terrible. I mean, they're like nubs.
Oh.
And she still keeps using them.
Well, and they're not exactly primo anyway. Oh,
Right.
but are those the Amazon ones? They're kind of okay.
No, they're the Sargent ones,
Oh,
which
those
aren't that great.
terrible, terrible, terrible.
They're
Don't buy
super
those
cheap.
for your children. They'll just get discouraged.
There we go.
All right, so what I did here,
Hey, Kayla.
I did actually two different things here. I don't want to show you that one right yet. Pardon me.
Hey,
Okay.
Sandra.
So this is the circle that I cleared off. Remember when I was making moons? This I got rid of all the stuff on my little round thing there.
Turned
and this
into
is
earth.
what it turned out to be is all this stuff underneath. Now you can see where I have my little arrows here. I'm pointing with a freaking white pencil. That's
Do you
really
see that?
See this little red arrow right here and right here, and you can kind of see a little bit of a line. I put this on this morning, and I left it sort of like substantial right there because I thought, well, that'll be better. It'll show up. So right there in the middle, you can see where the texture, clear texture gesso is. This side doesn't have anything on it, and I'm going to use a colored pencil here, and you're going to be able to see what happens there. And I would say when you're putting on your texture, your gesso, clear gesso, textured gesso, make sure that you smooth it out, because whatever lines or things that you have there, you're going to have to go over that with your pencil. If you want it to be textured, that's quite one thing, and that's fine. But if you don't, it's probably just best. I'm going to move these out of the way and print them.
Do we need to remember, like, that's the pile you're going to work on?
Well, I just put them right there. I think I
Okay.
can't. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just going to show you what happens here. If you take your pencil, please make sure that they are sharpened. I'm trying to get something here that you with contrast so that you can see.
I'm going to zoom in a little.
Okay, that's probably good. Can you see what's happening here on the side? Because I'm going to clear across that line. Nothing is happening on this side. I made my point. If you want your colored pencils to work, you need to put down some clear jigs.
I love it. I've made my point. We can move on.
Let's move on. All right.
Did y'all get that? Jeez.
Did y'all get that? Okay. I'll do it down here on the bottom with white. High contrast. No gesso, gesso. Okay. Now, I know I probably talked about this, and Mariah accuses me of going really fast sometimes and assuming that people are following as quickly as I'm doing things.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to get this one out of the way because I don't want to be dealing with that right now. There are different ways of actually applying your pencil. The thing that you want to remember, don't push down too hard, too early.
You can get there.
You can get there. It just takes a while. One way to do this is cross-hatching. It's where you're going vertically, horizontally, and diagonally. That's probably not my most favorite way to do it because you always get those little ridgy things going out there. But I mean, you know, if you want that for texture, I mean, that's perfectly fine. The best, and mine's kind of a combination of both of them. I like to start, but I like to kind of go around. And I like to start out.
Show them the bottle of the clear gesso.
Oh. I have it turned upside down. Did we order another one of these? We have one on the cart?
I think so.
I
I'm
thought
pretty
so.
sure there's some around here.
Clear texture gesso. The reason I have it turned upside down is because I only have about a cap full left. But a little goes a long ways.
And you want the texture because you want to create surface.
Yes, something there that's going to grab your pencil.
The other, like just gesso,
is slick, and it's usually glossy.
I mean, some of it, but typically.
It isn't what you need for this particular operation. Okay, so you can see what's happening there. And this is one of my favorite pencils, Tuscan Red.
So you're a circle hatcher.
I'm a circle hatcher. I'm going to come back and pick it up and then pull it out a little bit. And this is the way that you get your gradation, even if you're just using a plain old pencil, is that you very, very carefully pull it out until you can't see it anymore. Then you come back and you hit this spot over here because you want to make it a little bit darker. And then you come out here and you pick up some more little spots that you missed and yada yada.
Boo boo.
Boo boo. All right, now the other thing that's really important, I will show you, and I hope I remember to say something. Mariah, you remind me. One of the ways that you get an edge where you want an edge without it just being like a I mean, you can do but it's not terribly interesting unless you're just doing a whole bunch of them and that's what you want to do. Line variety is one of the ways that you add interest to your drawing. And all you do is you just go along and at different points, and if it goes in, I always make it a little darker. If it goes out, a little lighter. In, a little darker. All it does is it's shading for you when you do that. Practice this. And, you know, I'm telling you, this is the ticket to
Funky town.
Good
Pencil town.
Yeah. All right. So, color overlay. And when do you do it and why do you do it? When you do it is when, and I'll show you specific examples of it. Most times I will use complementary colors. So I've got poppy red here and apple green. Can you see what's happening here where they meet? It's neutralizing a bit. So if I have something and it's way too bright and I'm just going, oh my gosh, you know, I can't look at anything except for that spot over there that's bright red orange, and I need to do something about that because I don't like it and it's not where I want my viewer to, you know, park their eyeballs. So I will take...
Yes, the matte craft paint most likely will leave a surface. I mean, obviously depending on which paint it is, because some are a little more glossy than others. It really is, it's about surface.
Yeah, it is.
And so if you don't have that surface that's going to grab onto the pencil, then the clear textured gesso is a great way to do that, because you're not necessarily going to mess up your paint that's underneath.
Yeah, and the thing about colored pencils, you have to remember their composition, they're waxy. So they're really kind of slick to start out with. I know I've got a shadow here that is unintentional. I'm trying to create a shadow here, but I've got a real one to deal with here.
Oh, we got a lot of sunshine out there today. It's hard to compete with.
All right, I think you can see what's happening there. You're getting a nice neutralized brown using the complementary colors. Another one that I like to use is the black cherry and the yellowed orange. For some reason, those work really well for me. I like them. I can show you one that I use that on. You want to get a nice soft purple violet. You can make it red violet or blue violet depending on what you add most of. Is you add your magenta, and then you come in and you can make your blue violet into a red violet. Do you see how far back I'm holding the pencil? I'm not holding it right down here, because when you hold it right down there, you have a tendency to do the death grip. And
I think that's what Gayla's doing. She says, I get excited when using color pencils that I just can't seem to help pressing hard so I can see that deep color. I obviously need more zen. Or just, you know, a little more patience. Back up off it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
The zombies have hit. Okay. Tuscan red and indigo blue make beautiful, beautiful shadows.
That is quite pretty what you did there. I like your little, they look like little fluffy balls.
Yeah, really, they do. And you can almost, if you really go over this back and forth and back and forth, you can make it almost seem like it is black. All right, now the next trick is if you accidentally do what Gayla is talking about, and you just do get that, you know, that you just have to do that, and you can't get a color to go over the top of it, all you have to do is dig out your texture paste and go over it, and it's going to allow you
your texture gesso.
I'm sorry, texture gesso. Go over it, and then you have access to remedying your problem there. All right, now let me show you some examples of what I just talked about.
Hey, Mary Ellen.
Now I was really cracking up because I was reading somebody's thing, and they said, "Oh my gosh, I glued it down on the wrong side, and when I picked it up, it tore." Well, I have a big tear out here. You can see. I just had to glue this one down because this.
She handed this to me at one point, and I was like, "Did she accidentally glue something together, or is this purpose?" Like, but it's,
I know I keep trying to get them to come apart.
I know. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I need to either cut that off or glue it down, one or the other, because I do just keep doing it. But isn't this a lovely composition? All I've done on this is take a little bit of the indigo and come in and hit it in some places where I already had some. I had these down here, and I thought I needed some of those repeated up here.
Nice.
Made the design inside of this particular piece just a little bit darker, so that it kind of made you think about, okay, well, these and these are somehow related. But now when I pick this up, and this is why I say I don't ever consider these completely finished until they're under glass, and I'm walking down the hall and I have some of my artwork on.
She wants to take it off.
I see it, and I just like.
I tell you what, you clean up your area, I'll take every single frame down that you want to, you know, work on whatever. But you got to clean that up over there.
I don't know if it's worth it or not.
I have not incentivized her properly.
We told the story about that.
I mean, we do have some new people.
We do have some new people. Okay, so I've got this one over here, and you can see what I did here on the end. I didn't want it to go off the page, and I saw somebody's artwork today, and I can't remember whose it was, and please don't. I'm not being ugly when I say this. I'm just using whoever it was that I saw. It was lovely. It had some dots down the middle. It was a circle. And I want to say, those dots that are close to the edge, that are going off, it would be so much better if you would just knock them back one value so that you didn't have that strong exit strategy built into your, yeah. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of taking and knocking that back a little bit so that to help it out a little bit more, I'm going to take my, I think it's Pale Vermilion. You know, who knew? And I'm just going to suggest a bit.
I thought they looked like crab legs too.
What?
Kind of has a crab leg feel
Oh,
to
yeah. Down here just a bit to kind of, you know, bring this around, because this kind of comes around here. Might even go ahead and take this up just a bit more, because then I will have this edge that brings you back in. Not going crazy, just a little bit. Look at the difference. Well, I mean, you know, whatever. Okay, enough of that.
Judy and Melody saw the Rosie, the Jetsons robot's head on that one. I didn't see that. I was just...
Huh. Well, everybody sees something different.
Yeah, I don't remember what her...
Okay, now this, I've shown this one before, right? Since I worked on it? I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think so.
Okay, this was just a collage, and all I did is I just took a bunch of stuff, and you can see these were, I tore these out of a piece of
Tissue.
It could have been tissue. It might even have been, you know, that other
jelly,
stuff.
because it's kind of...
It's pretty substantial, so I'm thinking it's the deli paper.
And the tissue would have gone probably more transparent, like where you would only see more, like the blue.
This is very true.
Yeah.
This is very true. Well, I'm going to help that along just a little bit here, because what I decided is I would like some more transparency, so we're just going to fake it. Kind of like, you know, a lot of things that women do naturally. Fake it till you make it. And, yeah. And go ahead and just, you know, take this down here. I don't want it to be like ultra.
Yeah. But you kind of want to question what came first. Like, is it that circle? What's in front? What's in back?
Yeah, and you know, the layers that you've got going there, it's just a little bit of a reminder. Oh yeah, there's something underneath that, and then that might be a little bit transparent.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it doesn't take much. It doesn't have to scream at you. Just whisper.
That yellow border's screaming at me.
Yeah, that bothers Mariah. That it's announcing the edge.
Mm-hmm.
And I think once I get this framed up, I think you'll be really surprised.
Perhaps.
That's okay.
Hey, Frank.
Okay. Now I think I'm just about done with that. Other than you know, I might come back to this, and that yellow might bother me. But if that yellow does bother me, another avenue that I can take here is I can bring and make some of these areas in here a little bit more punchy. Repeat that yellow
that's
that
going to be better.
I've got going on.
Yeah, because I just felt like I got stuck out there in the yellow outer rim.
And it's funny because I think I
Lynn.
brought this up and I've knocked it back 2 or 3 times.
You brought it up, push back.
It just, you know, one of those things. And it's also giving you a little bit of, ooh, I need to gesso over that. That booger's slick. Yeah, I might be able to.
Oh, they want to know what the yellow is.
Oh. Spanish orange.
But probably the paint.
Oh, I have no idea.
Probably that very bright, what is it, like 218?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what it looks like, the Amsterdam.
Okay, well, I need to hit this with some more. Obviously, that's slick right there, and it's not doing what it needs to do.
Oh.
But I think Mariah's right.
Hey, did you pull that print that I put on the stairs? The tomatoes, you have it?
It's in that box right over there.
Because I wanted to show it to people and tell them if they want it, they gotta say what they wanted. Here, hold on. Because otherwise I won't remember it.
Yes, one must do things while you
Yeah,
are
pretty
thinking
much.
about it.
Which box? Where?
Okay, keep walking. Whoa, whoa, the box with the flip lid on the other side of the peaches.
Oh.
Okay, I don't want to talk about that right now. Talk about this one.
Here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was in the box.
So, we can't remember. Well, there was quite a bit of interest in it. But here's the deal. So, if you would like this print, and I'll even make P sign it somewhere. It doesn't have an edge on it, but we'll work that out.
Well, this is, you know,
It's a full piece.
it's a full piece, and it doesn't really matter because you're going to have to have an edge going around here, and I think I'll probably decide for you which is top and bottom.
She likes to do that, as the artist one should.
Yeah, I think so.
Unless you just don't care. She has a couple that she signed on different places, so that way,
Sometimes I sign them in two different, the top and the
Depending
bottom,
on, you know.
just in case.
giving you options.
I actually have one I signed on all four sides, so people that can just keep
All
turning
right, but
it.
here's the deal. You got to be part of Makers. You've got to, I'm going to post a picture of this later on. When you see that in Makers, you then have to leave a comment telling us why you want this, what you will do with it, and, you know, any other, you know, stories and things that you want to tell us about it.
Absolutely.
So,
All right. Oh, I hope that doesn't get lost.
now here, now give it back to me and I'll
Oh.
just take it down because I need to photograph it. I have it somewhere, but probably easier just to photograph it again. I will post that in Makers.
Okay, now this one has absolutely no colored pencil on it at all.
You have it upside down. Yep, that's more better. That's the way
Well,
we've been
I
photographing
think you're
it.
right. I think you're absolutely right. I don't know how I did something like that,
Mm-hmm.
but I have managed to repeat the colors enough on here. I don't really think it needs anything else. Might need some yellow up here, but I don't know. I've got it here and I've got it here.
I think it's fine.
I think it's a-okay. And remember, we just
Now-
glued that piece down.
There's one little spot there over in the pink where it looks. Now go down.
This
Yep.
pukey here.
Yeah, that kind of pukey green, you could bump it up a little bit, making it yellow. Then you sort of have 3 areas of yellow.
I like 3.
I knew I could sell you on that. So you got to sell her the right story.
And the problem is it's on Yupo.
It is the tomato print. It's kind of the southwesty tomato one, remember? And then we didn't remember where it was, and when we went through the box, we found it.
And I think I could probably do a little bit of yellow there, a little bit of yellow there. And I'm needing my
Texture gesso.
because I'm just getting it slick. I'm just getting slick. So we'll just do that, and that can be drying.
There is a lot going on. This one's a. Hey, Linda.
That's probably enough for everything there.
You got a brush.
I do. Okay. Yeah, like I said, you don't need tons of
I
this
was like,
stuff.
why are we? Okay, I figured it out.
What?
I figured it out, Gigi. You didn't turn on your.
Oh,
That's a little better.
well,
Kinda.
diddly doo doo.
Was that me rocking the? Yeah, that was me rocking.
Okay, now, well, as long as I'm doing this, you know, I just figure, well, I might as well
Hit some areas.
hit some areas, just that some probability here that, you know, that might be a good place for a little bit of yellow.
Yes, this was the Doctor Who Dalek series, because there's a few of them, remember, that have the little Dalek.
Yeah, this little dude, which is all it is a stripper that I altered stripper.
It's from Melty, Morocco.
Yeah,
The outer part.
it is.
It is.
I don't really like that brown. I think it's kind of poopy.
Welcome to all of you that are coming in. Please do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. We are live right now. If you don't see well, actually, if you see comments below, then you know you're in the replay. If you don't see the chat, that just means that the video hasn't rendered yet. Come back if you want to read the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do. Okay, because Mariah doesn't always tell me everything that's being said. I'm going to set that aside and let that, you know, get all dried up. It doesn't take long. It really doesn't. Okay, I've really been working on this a lot, but not changing a whole lot. I just worked with what was there. And so basically what I did was...
You've been doing more to that.
Yes.
I noticed.
This was almost the same as this, and they were fighting for attention there. And they weren't playing nice. So all I did was I just took, I think it was, kind of a purpley color.
Diane, how we came up with, well, actually it was everybody in chat that calls them strippers. I wasn't even going to put it in the description of the product name, but because they are in strips, they have been called the strippers.
Yep.
And there's multiple ones and groups of them.
Okay, that's what I did there. And just repeated that here, hither, and yon. Then I decided, okay, up here, this was the same value all the way across there. Way too much emphasis. So all I did is I just took a gray from the thing, and I think it was like a warm gray, like this. Am I blocking anything here?
No, you're fine. Now you could scoot over towards your little...
Here?
No, the other way.
Oh, that way. And always give your pencil a little bit of a blow to get the stuff off, because it can cause some problems.
It gets hung up in there.
Yeah, it does.
If your texture
Okay.
stuff isn't
See that?
dry, it definitely could.
And I think that just does something for me there. And I did a little bit over here. I'm still concerned. I don't like this area right here, but I haven't decided what to do yet. And remember, if you don't know what to do, don't do anything.
Step back.
Yeah, because you'll
Post it in Makers.
you will be
Ask.
angry at yourself, and you will be really
Don't make rash decisions.
don't make rash decisions. Okay, I've done a lot to this too. All right, so we needed something up here, remember? And then we put down the dragonfly.
And at one point,
tissue.
that was the bottom.
At one point, that was the bottom. The reason I turned it around is because I had the darkness here. And these two were really, this was busily competing with the heavy weight of this.
Yeah.
So what I did is I came in, I interrupted the circle with, and just continued the pattern there. Because I thought, you know, it's just too static. It's too neat.
This thing's here. This thing's here.
Yes.
They didn't have a relationship.
And the whole idea with the palimpsest of the what is in front and what is behind is kind of having that dialogue, and sometimes this comes out and sometimes that doesn't. And I did the same thing. I knocked all this way back. This corner, if you remember, was very, very dark. It bothered me, but I didn't know what to do. And then when I did this down here, well, I'll just do some more of that. And all I did was I just took a white pencil and just started making a little patterny hoop-de-doo thing there. And I did come in and hit this, just, I like that.
Really? I don't, but okay.
And hit with a little bit of white in here just to get a bit of sparkle. And know that the light is coming in here. Knocked this way back.
Yeah, 'cause it was...
Yes.
Like,
took a bit of white over here because this was just kind of, I thought that edge was just too much. I didn't mind a little bit, and I also went over it with that plummy purple color that I really like. Put a little plummy purple in there. You can see I've put it around, create a little bit of rhythm so that the eye moves about.
dare you say, are you using those design
design. Yeah, yeah.
Elements and principles and
I
things.
really, yeah, and I love this diagonal line that's created here with the yellows.
Yes.
I think that's nice. I also came along here because remember this was gold, and I took kind of a crappy green. I don't know which one it was.
Oh, hey, what was the other word? What was the word? Crap of what? Where's your notes?
I don't know.
Where's the envelope?
I don't know. Oh yeah, I do. It's in that. It's in that folder right there, and you can see them sticking out just a little bit at the front there.
Yeah. There we go.
And I didn't make this up.
Crapulence.
Yes, crapulence. Utterly sick feeling from eating or drinking too much. So when you wake up with crapulence, you've probably been eating too much or drinking too much. And it's a real word.
Yeah, Gayla will really like this one.
Yes. Okay. Well, we should put that someplace. And
hang it here with the couche. What is it? Kushi.
Kuchibichi.
Kushishubishi.
Kuchishubishi.
Eating because your mouth is lonely. It might lead to crapulence.
Crapulence, yes.
Because you'll be utterly feeling sick from eating or drinking too much.
All
Because
right.
your mouth was lonely.
Absolutely. I'm not sure that this is finished yet. I might come back in with some of the Fine Tech gold watercolors and come in and hit some spots just to add a little bit of, yeah.
Yeah, I know. This is a bonus. You got a 2-for-1 thing, and it's a Tuesday, not even Thursday.
It isn't. All right. Now, this one was
Hey, who's that?
finished. But if you remember, there was a
Easy.
big gap here where there wasn't any color. Wasn't bothering me a whole lot.
And this is a mater that's actually glued down.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It is an actual
I feel
physical tomato. Anyway, and I also have texture paste that's actual as a raised surface. And so what I did is I just very carefully colored in the lightest possible blue. And I used 3 different blues. I used this one and this one and this one to get that blue right there, because none of them were spot on. I did have this blue repeated up here, but again I took and put a tiny bit of blue there. I came in and colored in some blue here and here. And I think I have pronounced it.
I don't think that one's done.
I think it's done for now because I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, but it needs something else.
Well, I don't know that I agree with that. Okay. This one,
Oh, you've been very busy on this one.
actually, not too terribly. I added that dark turquoise, so then I repeated it up here. Look at this nice little rhythm. Dit, 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 dit. And then I took and knocked the red up a bit in these places. And I think it's just lovely.
I think so too.
I really like it a lot. And I think when you frame it and you cut off some of this messy mucky.
Well, we could chop it and then just mount it to a new piece of paper.
We could.
That would be my suggestion, to really clean it up and make it, professional.
Well, if you take it, they're going to need some edge to catch the mat anyway.
Right.
So it's not,
Oh, you're saying just bring the mat up, but then where are you going to sign it?
Well, I'm going to have to sign it up into the print.
Oh, okay.
Right. Sometimes that's okay.
When she says it is.
That's right.
That's right.
All right. Now, this is the one I've really been working on. And that's how I think I want it.
Judy says that you need to be making, I need to be making sticky notes for notes to put on those. So she'll know. This is what she does while she's watching her shows.
Okay. This has been completely covered with
I don't know that they've ever seen
texture
this one.
gesso.
And
Oh.
I don't think they've ever seen this one. This was one that just sort of, like, you kind of had it in a hidey hole.
Well, I lost it for
And
a while.
Yeah, and it came out the other day.
Yeah. But anyway, isn't it lovely? It's getting there. I'm really pretty happy with it.
Oh, so Gayla says she would love to see, because, so remember, a lot of those ones that she just showed started out with doing the stampy.
Yes.
So Gayla would like to see more of these. So really what it was is creating collage.
Yeah, no, this one was a brayer off. Oh, look, there's a little bit of...
Yeah, and I think that's why they haven't really seen this one, because it didn't necessarily...
It weighs about 5 pounds.
Yeah, it didn't fit what we were doing at that time, which I guess it doesn't
Right.
necessarily matter. Like, it's just creating collage in different ways.
It really is, and I'm going to do some gel plating today because I've got a whole pile of stuff here that needs something else. And Mariah and I went through that the other day, and she was really nice about it, and she didn't say anything ugly, and I gave her all my tissue because she acted
I have
so
more
nice.
stuff to send out to you guys.
So there you go.
And Evie and Trish, I did put some stuff in with your stuff that's coming to you, so don't you worry.
So remember we were doing the ones that, and I did the tissue paper.
Oh, Fran, that's not true. See, here's the thing. It's practice, and it's just one of those things, like, you just keep...
What is she?
She says that she'd never be able to do something like this. I mean, I think you would in your own style. That's the thing, too. Like, the way P does this is not necessarily the way I would go
Well, and
about
I don't
it.
do it the same way twice.
That's true,
So,
too.
there is that also. But
Diane.
remember, I took all of these, and remember I did this one. This is the dragonfly wing, and I put the texture paste on, but it didn't get dry in time.
Ooh, I mailed out my ATCs hours. I mean, really. Like, she does most of the work, but then I make them all pretty. I put the backs on them and match the backs to what the thing is, and then I make little alterations that I want to do, and then she gets real irked about it, and I'm like, hey, they've been passed along to me. I handle the ATCs.
And so unless I really want to start putting the backs on and do all the grunt work,
'Cause it's
I can
PM
just
Artist Studio.
shut the hell up, is what she's saying.
Pretty much. And
Yeah.
that's the nicest way to do all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, you don't see me jumping up and saying, oh, let me get some spray.
Yeah, she does not.
I,
Nor does anyone want it, because they're like, that's why, like,
she's turning the cart and she's going, my God, what is this? There's stuff all over it. I'm like, yeah, well, I did a little spraying.
she couldn't-
So now you know why
you
you.
couldn't bury her box.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, my box. I don't know where my box is. I used to have one that was folded up, but
It's somewhere over there. You just kind of stuffed other stuff in it, and so now it has not been recognizable as
no,
the spray box.
this was a box that was collapsible.
Oh, that one, yeah, I don't know. I think once we did the main clean out over there, it may have just been
Yeah,
recycled.
I don't know where it went.
It's okay. She doesn't need to be spraying.
Yeah.
That's really my job.
Okay, so anyway, what I did is I just tore up a bunch of collages, a bunch of prints, and some of them were on real paper and some of them were on tissue paper.
Hold on.
And I had to go through and redo my gluing, and then it was wonky because and I had to short up. So then I took the pieces that I cut off and glued them back on the other side. I mean, this has been a very lengthy process. This is how I work. And I don't know that it's finished, but I'm going to put it away for a while. But look at this. You should put this in a clear thing, so if you wanted to, and you were tired of looking at this side, you could flip it over and look at the other side for a while.
It needs to be like an interactive piece that can swivel.
And I'm trying to get, you know, this stuff never sticks unless you don't want it to. That was inadvertent. That was not added purposefully. Okay. Hey, we're moving right along here. What time is it? Am I?
3:45.
All right.
I know.
Yoo-hoo. All right. right, I think I'm going to just go ahead and get my pencil stuff out of the way, because unless anybody has anything else they would like for me to do with the colored pencils.
Well, and then oh goodness. Whoop. All right, good.
I'll just kind of hold for a minute.
Second.
Get a drink of water. That's what I need.
See, it's because we were talking about stuff. But, yeah. All right, good job, mods. Appreciate that. So that is part of Strips Volume 3. And remember, they come in different sizes.
Oh, is this one?
Yeah, we have a small, large, or then you can get the combo set.
Yeah,
that has the dragonfly wing. That's one of them. And in that set, you also get Chevron, Aqueous, Effervescence, the small one. You get the piece of Geopoly and Bloopy Loops. It's a good one. I mean, all the sets are great. We are going to try to make more sets from other stencils that we have because it's such a great value.
I think it is too, because you can really make them. And I had plans for these to all be taped on with washi tape and everything, so I could access them immediately. You saw
kind of like a
that.
Velcro board or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, but I don't know how you would make that work.
No.
But anyway, you know, I did have them taped up there. But remember this print? And everybody was all on my case. Mariah acted so ugly. Really hurt my feelings. I mean, you know, I was almost in tears.
About what?
About this print.
Oh.
And hollering at me
give her a
because
really hard time
I messed
about
it up. But here's the other thing.
She wasn't almost in tears. She was slightly hurt. But she didn't give a crapulence about that, because she was going to do what she was going to do, and she's happy with that decision, and that's how she rolls through life, and that's okay.
I was happy with it at the time. But here's what's really cool. Okay, you know that I love these things, and remember we had another little meltdown because she sent off some of my originals.
Yeah, some of you guys have them. Because she's like, where are they?
I said,
send them off.
She said, I thought you said I could send. I said, no, I was showing them to you because I was like a proud mother. Look at my babies, and she sent them off to the orphanage.
No, to our people.
Oh, well, I guess that's okay.
They went to good homes.
But here's the cool thing about this. Now look at this. All of a sudden, you can start putting these down, and you can go, do I like that color? Oh, I like that color. And no, I don't like that color. That color is just, that's going to do what's already on there. That's crap all up. But look at this green. Doesn't that look fab with this? Now, not this green. I kind of like the yellow too, but I think that you're not getting that lovely, lovely contrast. So, and hopefully I'm not going to be picking off a bunch of paint here. I'm really loving this. So, I have to figure out how to do that on here. I haven't figured that out yet.
Oh, our mail doesn't, you know, it might be here, Z. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, what did we talk about?
She has sent us something. And then, okay, Constance. What technique did you want? Was it, I know that she was showing the texture paste through the dragonfly wing. Because that's really all that was, is it was kind of a really dark print. And she texture pasted it last stream.
Which?
Or are you talking about kind of doing these collage techniques, which I think you're going to kind of do?
Well, I think I'm gonna attempt this.
Fantastic. I like it.
Y'all won't be mad at me and say ugly things to me if I mess it up.
At this point,
Mariah will. She might not say them out loud, but she will look at me and I will know what she's saying with her eyeballs.
I learned it by watching her.
That's what my kids. I said, I haven't been yelling at you. People, they said, miss, you yell with your eyes. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to say there needs to be a class taught in.
No, I didn't even sell her babies. I just gave them away.
She gave them away. So if you have some of those, I want you to know you should feel really special because there was much ado. There was much ado about
that. The fact that she's talking about it again tells you that she ain't over it.
I'm kind of like Mariah in Target. Oh, no, it wasn't Target. It was Sam's. Yeah, she's still bringing that
I
up.
am. I will. Yeah.
Okay, I have to put these are my strippers. Look, see?
Yes, the collage method.
Okay, so I need to put these someplace where I can access them when I need them because I might want some others. Put old texture gesso away. Oh my God. Now I have to put those all back into another, because they're all just loose and...
Gayla says, and it's like Izzy with the sock. Yes, you know.
What?
We have a multi-generational, you know, hang-ups.
You should see this box that she made for me, and it was so cute because I had some of my stuff here, and she says, Gigi, now watch this. And Mariah, you need to show them that box.
Oh, I'll hand it over to you.
She said, I fixed this for you so that you can organize your paints. Well, I mean, you know, it's kind of sad that a 5-year-old is telling me about that. All right, well,
she recognizes some things. Yep.
Look at this. It started out as just, it was my humidifier.
Yeah.
And she wanted to paint it, and she had her neon paint out. And I said, sweetie baby, you're going to have to paint that with some white. Because if you paint that, number one, that paint is slick, it's not going to stick. You've got to get some of your plain white paint on there. But she figured out this top part.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, this is where
the blue tape.
This is where your paint goes.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow or other, I'm supposed to be able to get inside of here and store some more. She hasn't quite
explained that.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, this is a work in progress.
Yes.
Bless her little heart.
Mm-hmm.
Just love that baby. Okay, now we're going to need...
And that's where a box comes in, and she's
big,
like, what are you doing with that box? Can I have that?
And I swear, every time she goes downstairs, she checks out the trash now because she knows that her mom, if her mom has been up here clean.
Oh, she yelled at me the other day because I threw her
cup
cup away. And I even tried to hide it.
Yeah, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Okay, so we decided. I just put her stuff up here, and you know, sooner or later. Now these are all kind of, this is what one of the kind of problems here. They're all different.
Fran is on at 1 p.m. Central time on Mondays, and then sometimes she comes on Wednesdays and Fridays.
Yeah, she's
I don't know.
hot to trot and got some good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try, because see, you will see when I put these down here, they're all kind of slightly different.
Now, if you want one of these strippers,
want 5 of them on
they are in volume 1. I will put that link in. Now, keep in mind, some of these are the original cut ones, so they're not exactly, then some of them, or one of them will be the when we replicate it. There we go. That's what I was trying to say.
We don't really know which one that is.
I mean, we could line them up and figure it out, but yeah.
Now see, this one doesn't have any sticky outy parts, so that's what one of my first ones. Okay, so these are bigger ones. I have to do this because once I get my paint down here, I'm not going to be able to lollygag around and, you know, visit with y'all and that kind of stuff. I don't want to make a heart there. That's just stupid. Gay stuff. Okay, look at that. And I'm turning this one over. But each one of them is slightly different.
Yes, they are dancing graffiti. These are the strippers that are in volume 1, and I put that link in chat. And you get the X, let's see, there's 2 types of X ones, and then there's the swirly ARTY squiggle one, and
I figure I need one more big one.
oh, actually, you get 3 of the X styles like that you would get from X's from Texas, but they're all cut out like in the stripper form, and then you get the other 2.
Here we go. So now I have to take these off in a way that I know I'm going to put them back down.
Oh, her next book. I don't know. We haven't really talked about a new book. I haven't even thought about my stick project. Well, I've thought about it, but that's as far as I've sort of gotten. And so I don't really know what project. But we're probably about at that point where we could grab up prints to make books. remember we did the circle book. We could do strippers, and then that would probably push us to make more strippers out of the other.
This is true. But I also have my Archie Panko prints that we could make into a book.
We do need to make Archie. We need to do.
Archie kind of got put on the back burner.
Well, because we don't know what to do about the sculpture
Yeah.
thing, even though we really do want to do that. I was gonna look up different kind of sculpting foam today.
All
I didn't
right.
get that far.
So here is my problemo. All right. So I want this. I want this. And the problem is this, see this? This is opaque. All of my turquoise, I think, is opaque. So I might need to go with high flow. And you know what happens when you use high flow?
I'm glad to hear it, Diane. Diane, she's on a roll with her stick.
With her stick? Oh, good. Good, good.
I haven't posted in the collab group. Sorry, I've just been a little, you know.
I don't want to get too carried away with this because this is just dull as crud, and you know, it's not. Remember, this is the one that I'm like going, poopy.
Which is funny because you really actually, she loves to wear this
I
color.
like this color. I don't know. It's so
It's dark.
dull.
Well, and it's very dark.
And just really, okay, now this is half and half. Let me look at this. This is half.
Well, you could
and
do a
half too.
photograph, like a photographic series, Jeanette, of your sticks that have fallen in your yard. That would be kind of cool.
Oh, that would be. And put them in a book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or even just a digital album, aka Facebook.
Okay, I'm using lots and lots of paint because I don't want to run out and have to.
It's a big plate. Putting down strippers. What color is the expert paint? Fran wants to know.
Yellowish green.
What's the number on it?
617. Oh, and see, these are the same. But look, one is expert and one is standard, and they are not the same color. And it really irks me. But all you gotta do is just put a little yellow with this, and you know, it turns into the same one. I don't know why Amsterdam does that, except
Well,
maybe they're selling paint. That's what they do.
That's what they do.
Okay, so high flow, and it's always a little bit tricky when you're. Oh man.
Brad's our original member because we had to test it out.
All right, where
Hey,
are you?
simmer down there, lady.
Can't find the edge. I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have to knock out one of the lenses in my glasses.
I can
I've
do
decided.
it. I told her that I'd do it. She's still a little hesitant.
Just doing that because it looks really cool. Okay.
And hello, Violet. Thank you. Yes, Fran is live on Mondays at 11 a.m. Pacific, noon Mountain. Let's see, 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern,
Okay,
7 p.m.
I'm getting
UK.
way too much turquoise here, not enough green.
Yep, bring it down. Bring it down. There you go.
Yeah, but I've already got that down underneath. I
I
don't
like
know
it.
if it's going to.
Just leave it as is.
Leave it as is.
Stop.
Mariah says leave it
You're
as
over
is.
brayering.
I'm over brayering.
She's been accused.
Yeah, I have. Okay, here we go.
I told her, I said, when she's like, did you hear Fran say that? I said, well, I don't know that she's wrong. In some instances.
There's nothing like lots of good support from
Yes.
your hometown team.
Hey, you wouldn't love me if I didn't keep it real.
I've decided I'm going to turn that. And that's the kind of stuff I do. Okay. Oh my gosh, I gel printed with Izzy because I promised her I would the other day. And
Hey, she did really well. I mean, there was a little yelling, but, you know.
but she drives me crazy with her brayery. She will just go back and forth in the same spot. And I said, okay, sweetie, we got to talk about this brayery here. If you want your paint to move, you got to move your brayer. And we worked on that.
Oh, I added a new hashtag.
Oh yeah?
Why is it showing up the 2? It shouldn't. Oh, I wonder if that's for the repeat thing of Nightbot. Brad, it does say makers twice, by the way. And it should say one of them is,
Just have to make sure that they're all of those, you can see all those
Forgot.
little holes. Otherwise, you're not going to get them. And this is one of the reasons that these strippers are best used with the tissue paper. Well, that's a really splendid print, but we still got some stuff to remove here.
okay, wash. So see, it's fixed in the one when I give him the command, but in the repeat one. Okay, I'll fix it. No worries. But I did fix one of them. But I added wash because somebody asked today or yesterday about washing their stencils. And yes, of course you can.
Yeah, put them in there, scrub them up. I
But,
take the nail brush to them.
well, I said, you know, do be careful with that. Obviously, some of the ones that have more intricate cuts, you may not want to go crazy town on it, and you just want to soak it.
I scrub the crap out of them.
If it breaks, that's on you.
We'll work something out.
You got to talk to this one.
All right. Here we go. Now this is where we have to move along, sister.
Was that tissue or deli?
Tissue.
Okay.
And this is fancy paper. Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Wipe it down. Wipe. You still have. Oh, okay. Sugar biscuits. She's got the mark. The mark of a gel printer.
On my arm. I've been tattooed. Okay, well, that was a
What goes with your outfit?
rookie. Oh, look at this. It must have been sitting next to the
Oh, the oil.
oil.
Yeah.
Sorry, I already got plan B for this.
Oh, good call, Jacqueline. She says when she overbrays an ombre, I use a narrower brayer on the color I want to spread more. Then it doesn't interrupt the color.
Okay, so when and if this is obviously framed out, the mat can go right up against it and get rid of all this mucky muck around the edge. But I think that has really helped it out a lot. I think it's interesting.
It's way more interesting.
Way more interesting. And we have some really good stuff going on here.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, Mariah, we're going to have to go through the whole thing again because I'm just putting stuff over here with Heather and Jan. And now look at all of my little...
Yeah. Our baby's feeling like we think she's in one of her disequilibriums where if you leave her in a room by herself, she freaks out.
Gosh.
Which we don't really understand.
Yeah, I don't. Do not understand.
Most of the time she's fine. And then all of a sudden...
It's just... Katie, bar the door.
Why did you leave me?
Okay, well, you know, we might as well, because this is like mostly dry. Let's just get something on here and do some cool stuff with this while we are in the business here. My favorite blue. Needed to leave that baby upside down. I'm going to have to order a whole new set of these just to get this blue.
Well, I guess we could do like we could put the other colors together in little groups and maybe give them away or something.
True. Now, I don't know. That's probably too close to. Now, this might be kind of nice down here.
Okay, it has been fixed.
What?
The Nightbot thing.
Oh, I didn't know it was.
Yeah, there was a duplicate on one of them, but yeah, it should be fixed now.
Okay, I think that these are maybe dry enough. They're not going to be grabbing a hold of each other.
So, do you want to maybe use some of these things that you already have and bust out with the little plates and start building up some of the collage?
What do you mean?
Thoughts and feelings on that? On some of these pulls that you already have, like either on the tissue paper or even just regular pulls, to create that collage. Because remember, that's how you did it.
Oh, the little pieces. Yeah, I do want to do the one, especially the one that I put the texture paste on.
Yeah, because Constance really wanted to see that, and I think that that would be a great direction for all of this.
Okay, well, we've already got a little something out here. That'll be interesting. All right, where is that? I covered it up, of course. Oh, another one. And another one.
Did you know those were over there?
No.
Goodness.
From whence they came. Okay, this is what we're going to do here. Okay? And we were just using...
Oh, that's sweet. Cindy said she would send you her partially used blue from that set.
Oh, that would be really nice. If you want one of these other colors that we have...
Well, swappy.
Well, swappy. Swappy, yeah. That back on the cart. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and go. I'm not going to use any of my favorite, but I love this one too.
Diane says that a friend said to her the other day, it's obvious I haven't painted in a while. I've worn 2 sets of clothes with no paint on them. Things need to change.
I have very few. Now, I don't know if this is gonna...
Oh, Paula says this is very common in this age, starting school. Kids getting used to object permanence. You can see it. It's gone. All typical. Well, that totally makes sense. See, you know, people just need to tell us that we're being, you know, not very understanding.
I don't know how much of this pink is going to pick up. And I don't want to leave it on there because I've got things to do and people to see. So we're just going to carry on like, you know, something's there and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And we don't really
move on.
Rip.
Don't mind that.
Don't pay attention to that. Nothing's going to happen.
Practicing.
And nothing's going to happen there until later when I get through, and I will pull it with some very opaque. Isn't that color just incredible? Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it.
That she just put down and the blue that she was talking about that she really loves are the color shift, the shuttle arts.
Yeah. This one is raspberry. I like that.
Or color change. Is that what they call them?
Color chance. No, change. That's a G.
That's a G. Shuttle arts.
Shuttle art. I used to say shuffle. I don't know why that shuffle got stuck in my brain. And it was just like, you know, I couldn't. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, I think we're going to let that, because look at the good stuff's on there. And we'll pull that with a really interesting.
And the folk art are the color shift. So shuttle arts are color change. Folk art color shift.
Everything I've got's got.
They all do about the same thing.
Some kind of stuff on it. I've got lots of purple. I don't know why, because I really love purple.
I like purple.
But when you're doing this, if you overlap, you know, what you've already got on there, you start getting your areas.
Your patches.
Your patches of color, yes. Oh, and I have to tell you, Fran, the main thing that we did the other day was bugs.
Oh.
Your bugs. Izzy, when we did the...
Yeah. I need to
And
show those.
I gave those to you, Mariah. You were supposed to take pictures of them.
Oh, is that what I was supposed to do with them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what Izzy took them down there for. All right, I'm going to push a little harder on this and see if I can work that down into some of those.
So
I did a pretty heavy-duty layer on this.
So Deb, it's kind of funny. With any of the color changing ones, you know, they color shift, color change, iridescent. What are some of the other ones that they call them? Like the
I don't know.
interference.
Yes.
That's kind of another word that's used a lot of times with these sorts of paints.
Bandied about.
It sort of depends on the color, on how transparent, but they all tend to be transparent.
Yeah, some more than others.
Yeah, and of course,
But they're all.
how thick you put it on. But yeah, they're all pretty well transparent. Oh, France's the Deco Art people have a mixing chart to make colors they don't sell anymore. to create the shift. That's not what you're... Deep teal needs black forest green. Guess what? Deco Arts don't make that anymore either. So that's kind of...
Well, that's poopy.
Yeah. I guess you gotta look up the black forest green. You can mix that, and then you can mix the other.
Plop that down out the middle.
I was thinking about that the other day, Martha, because I was doing the bugs, and I was like, I really want to do a fly. I know that most people probably wouldn't like that, but I think that it would be cool. And then a bee. We have the dragonflies, which make me crazy. And I don't know what other flying bugs would be cool. Poopy is the word. It's France.
Well, I'm getting a lot of stuff built up on this plate, and when I do finally get it off, it's going to be really incredibly wonderful.
Yeah, and then those of you in makers, please keep an eye out for posts from Joni, because I think, you know, this ATC swap went pretty well. I think. I mean, Joni's handling it. She can say whether or not it's...
Did anybody renege?
I don't know about that yet.
Just give them a lot of really bad press, and they'll not ever do that again.
Shame them slightly
Shame
in the
them.
group. I don't know about that. It's not very nice.
Oh, well.
Usually you do not get invited back, or you cannot participate in the ATC swaps. That's kind of how other groups do it. That, like, if you don't follow through, you're not really going to... Even if you sign up again, you're not going to get asked back or whatever.
Isn't that wonderful? Can you see it? Can you see it? Where the dragonfly, where the in between the dragonfly wings.
I love it.
I'm really thinking that I like. Oh, this is going to be kind of nice. Look at, there's lots of good stuff on there.
Because remember, this is texture paste on here.
Yes, on the piece of paper.
Through the dragonfly wing stencil. That's part of the volume 3 strips. Hey, Kathy.
Okay, that was fun. Now let's do it with a. Let's just do. I've got this really terribly boring print here.
Oh yeah, so we will be doing more, and I think Joni has even said, you know, talking about perhaps doing tag swaps, postcards, you know, different things.
Different things.
Keep an eye out for those posts and makers if you want to sign up and do a little swappy business.
Okay. I'm going to go. I'm going to put these up for a bit. I like to really use those kind of for a last layer. Pardon me. So that I know that, you know, some stuff's going to happen there.
Well, yeah, because otherwise there really isn't a whole heck of a lot of reason to do it.
Well, if you put something on top of that, it's not going to show.
Yeah.
So yeah. Izzy the other day, she handed me the white and she said, if you want your purple to be lighter, Chi, you just need to add a little bit of white.
She's getting a little knowy about things.
Well, she's practicing that because we told her if she does, you know, do her due diligence and really works hard at learning and gets good enough, we'll give her a guest spot during their spring break.
Oh no, their fall break.
Fall break.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, one of those.
It's in the fall.
Now, I'm you know, this is kind of willy-nilly, and I probably should spend a little more time placing those out there. But
you did great. I think you've laid them down enough. You're getting to know them well.
We have a personal relationship. You see that skate a little bit?
Well, yeah.
I have lots of paint.
I told her that yes, she needs to come up with something that she really feels strongly about, like, or it's a style, it's something that she can teach you guys. So that way she feels really, you know, connected to it. It might be making kitties or something like that. Who knows? She's kind of off the kitties though.
Yeah, she's on to this whole thing that these different positions of people. Okay, now see when I told you that I said that it's really a lot of times that the doesn't go through the holes. Yeah, there is that.
Well, it's thicker paper.
It is thicker paper.
It's the 32 pound, right?
This is the 32 pound.
Hammer
see
mill.
if I can find something really quick.
For those of you that are new and don't know, I typically have whatever papers we are currently using down in the description box. So like if you hit that show me more area, there's going to be links to the different types of paper. And right now I have kind of the top three, which are the 32 pound hammer mill, the carnival tissue, and the Richardson paper. That's like to do those final prints and everything with.
And the other one that she did not mention that I do like is the Speedball print paper, the cheap one. Paycon, sorry.
Speedball's expensive and really not
Yes.
that much different from the Paycon.
Thank you.
And I did have that in there for a while, but I was like, geez, I mean, the list is getting long. And for those of you, I think it was Diane that posted in Makers regarding kind of art tissue. So Dinah, never get it right, has a tissue paper pack. Now, the thing is, it is available in Canada and is a fairly reasonable price. But if you kind of break down the size of the sheet, so I was looking at that, I was like, ooh, well, yes, the carnival tissue, like when you buy it in the big sets and everything. Now, I don't know what the price is in Canada, so it may not translate to the same cost per sheet. But worth exploring, hey, what size of sheet am I getting? How many sheets? And really, okay, well, yes, I can buy it in a smaller amount, but is that really getting me value? Just a thought.
Yeah. Do the math.
Do the math. If you need help, Darcy's awesome.
Save yourself some money.
Putting you out there, Darcy. Help people do their math.
Now, see, look at that. Isn't that just wonderful? I love the purple and the azo yellows and all of those, the quinacridones, and I love them with that color of purple. And because it was opaque out there, you're still seeing the places where it was really dominant are still remaining that sort of purple, and then the others sort of brown out. I think that's really super nice.
I like that one.
I like that one a lot, and I think I'm going to do the same thing because I would like to get something. Because look at this. Okay, we're going a different direction. Do I need to head back into the?
I don't. You do what you want to do. I mean, it's just this is the method of her madness. We'll get back there, guys. Don't you worry. To the collaging things.
Yeah.
But she now knows that you are really into that, so hopefully she will show more of that on camera versus, you know, midnight collage.
Well, you know, if I could figure out how to make this sucker up here that I'm looking at, you know, this one right here.
I can show you. It's not terribly difficult. I do believe if I wrote out the instructions,
That I could handle it?
you'd probably be able to handle that.
All right, well, I'm willing to give it a go.
And then Deb C says that her hubby is ready to start charging her stacks of various papers rent. Tell him I understand. We might need to start a separate Facebook group for,
Oh,
you know, the supporters of the artists. So we can vent.
blah, 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 blah.
Living with makers. That's what we could call it. The other side.
I'm not laughing.
She's smirking.
I'm not smirking. I'm thinking this is being, I feel like I'm being, look at that cool brayer. Kind of picked on here.
Can you get thicker black tissue? Like, what do you mean, Fran? Like us personally? She doesn't like the black tissue. I mean, we have some.
I don't really care if you can get it or not.
She's just not into it.
Just not into it.
It hasn't done anything yet.
It hasn't managed to send me into orbit.
Just check back later.
Yeah, that is not necessarily a constant.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I got a thing. How did that get stuck to that?
What was it?
It was one of my little
Trinkets?
trinkets. Almost
Escaped.
something else. Okay, now this is going to be, I've got to be really careful because this is not the right size plate for this. But I think I can make it work.
Oh, Candy got 13 by 19 sheets of 32-pound hammer mill. It's huge, and they sent me 3 packages instead of 1. That's awesome. I like a 13 by 19 sheet. I have a printer that prints it. We haven't used it in a long time, but I used to use it more when I had a certain client that would require printing out labels and things of that size. But it's an expensive little printer to upkeep. The cartridges.
I'm just messy. I don't know how to get around it.
Oh, that's nice though.
Oh,
Now, remember, this started out with the powders.
Yeah.
The Pearl-X Jacquard.
It did for a fact.
Hi, Sherry. Thanks for hanging. For those of you that are coming in, hello and welcome. Please do say hello in the chat. We would love to say hello back. No problem if you want to lurk away. Do give the thumbsy upsies because we very much appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and do all that business. Ring the bell. You might get notified. Best thing to do is sign up over on our website because we do send out a notification. Paper is very heavy. It's kind of crazy. So, what are you doing, P?
I'm just carrying on and sallying forth. And what's cool about using these guys, and I need to get this off here before my paper gets stuck down and we're all unhappy, is that your negative space in these is just as cool as your positive. Now I'm going to let that rest and get nice and dry, but this is what I'm talking about. This here, in between them,
You've created a new...
It's almost a new shape, a volume, a mass there that wasn't there before. Okay. Pretty much.
Oh, Fran was just wondering if a heavier weight of tissue even existed. Well, you have to think, like, you know, once it gets heavier than tissue, you're not going to have the same, it's not going to do the same thing.
Yeah, because then you're back to the whole thing of it's stiff and it's not going to get down into the crevasses of your stencil, especially the really fine ones. This is my other favorite, transparent red iron oxide. Love that. Not without that ever. Now, because this is picking up the red and the purple, you're going to get a little bit different effect here.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, getting that, our studio's upstairs, so yeah, sometimes getting some of the boxes up here is a little tricky. Very nice.
Nice little area for something circular. Look at this. This really looks dimensional, doesn't it?
It does.
Very cool. All right, now we're going to come back to this one. And I'm going to use the big.
Oh, okay. So Fran's saying that she didn't mean heavy enough to be no longer tissue, just meant that the black is much thinner.
Yeah, and it's poopy, and it ends up breaking on me all the time, and I just don't like it. I want to like it.
Mm-hmm.
I use it most for is the crinkle effect thing.
Yeah. Francis, don't worry about it. I think I'm fixated. Hello, Lena. Well, you know, last week we had over 100. Remember, we start getting about around 100 people, and I'll do a stencil giveaway. That's the deal. Go get your friends.
I did get some wonderful crazing going on there, I think. I'm hoping that's going to add to the interest.
Yeah, and Liz, I think that Fran found some art, like black art tissue at a shop, which was probably similar, but I don't know that for a fact. And that's interesting what's left there. Oh, because the paint.
Yeah, we have a paint transfer. But look at the nice crazing that went on there.
Mm-hmm. That's one other thing that you get from the shuttle.
Yes, it is.
Shuttle shifty.
Shuttle shifty.
Business.
Be careful there.
I know.
Be careful that you don't
Yes.
stumble over that.
Oh, that's an idea.
What
Candy
is?
says so to try dyeing your white tissue with black alcohol ink.
Oh, that sounds very messy.
It does sound very messy, but like if you want to get her done, like, I don't know. I mean, I love things to be efficient and that sort of thing, but sometimes for the art of it, it's not about being efficient. It's about creating the thing that you want. How about that?
Whoop-de-doo.
Oh, crazing. It's actually a term from pottery that happens with glazes. But it sort of applies in this. But whenever it starts to pull away from it and create those
Little pockets.
yes.
Rippling. That kind of stuff right there.
Kind of like a puckering is what I call it on a bigger level, but
And we've got a really interesting little, she's really into the ghosty prints. She says, Gigi, look at that ghost print.
she likes ghosty stuff.
She likes ghosties. What am I thinking about?
What are you doing to that one? I usually leave that alone.
Well, I don't like this.
Well, give it to me. I'll fix that. What color do you want it?
I don't care. I just don't like it white.
I'll fix that.
Fix that. Okay, here we go. Now, oh, you see that? Yep, that came off. Sure enough.
What was it?
See if we can get it up. Sometimes it doesn't want to stick to the paint. It'll pull where the areas of the, oh, that's nice. Look at that. Well, we'll just carry on with this.
Now,
Well,
don't
doesn't
yell
she
at-
just make you want to
Yell at me about getting outside of the line there. That was just a little, that was an accident. I'll fix that too if you want. But I gotta let it dry. Don't be angry. Oh, I didn't even have to call it out. You wouldn't have seen it.
I probably would have thought I did it.
Yeah. See?
Okay, now look what we just got here. Isn't that wonderful? And all of a sudden it made a lot of this really thin whatever stuff start showing up again. See that? I love that. I don't know. Let's see if we can do some more with that. I don't want to use
Yeah,
my
and I think the stuff that Patty uses is
favorite.
almost like a craft paper. Even though it's called tissue, and I think it's like a black deli paper, it's thicker. Which is like that craft paper that we have. Which is thin. Thinner than like regular paper, but thicker than tissue. Crazing is, yes, sort of dendritic.
And I'm not going out to the edges there because I just want to pick up some of that. I don't always do that. But I did the other day go through and clean up all of my plates so that they're nice and... But then I had that session with Izzy and...
Hey, Kristen.
Now see, isn't that wonderful? Now I'm going to take some more of
Yeah.
this sort of kind of bluey gray stuff here.
Oh, which is the blue... Wait, before you start putting things down there. Is that the one that you love the most from the Shuttle Blues? Or what's your favorite?
What is my favorite?
The one that's going empty.
Well, that one is. And this was the other one, I think. I mean, I still have some left, but these are the two that I really use a lot, and I really
So read off.
this is the one that I really need.
Read off.
It's light blue
Yes.
from Color Change.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. And some of them have more shifting, I think.
Yes. Well, I think it's also more noticeable depending on what you put it on.
Well, that's true too.
You know, how well it
Duh.
shifts. Or
And some of it shifts better onto dark paper than it does onto,
well, that's kind of true of them all. Overall.
except for like yellow. I never could get yellow to do diddly squat.
There you go.
I mean, other than just be yellow.
How dare it?
Just be yellow.
Just be yellow. It's false advertisement yellow.
Oh, I think this is, you know, it's getting there. I love this overlapping area here. I like this overlapping area here. So what I might do is just go ahead and let's do another little round of this blue down here on the
Yeah,
end.
Amazon.
And overlap it with the kind of peachy.
Gayla, do you know? Do you know which one? Do you have her link?
What you talking about?
The black deli paper that Patty uses.
Now let me
I
see,
can't
where did we
remember.
want to go here?
Well, I know it's from Amazon. I'm pretty sure about all that. Doing over there.
Wrestling my
Yeah, you
paper.
sounded it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I just think it's so cool because it's sort of like rocks underwater.
She loves that.
I love that. I paint rocks underwater.
She has lots of paintings of rocks and water.
I'm really big on the rocks underwater. But I do love that. I think I'm going to leave that alone. I think that's quite nice. Okay, put the big one away for a sec.
Because I think maybe what we do on Thursdays, you can come back to those maybe with the smaller plates and do more collaging on them.
Oh, yeah, and do some...
Now that you have some big things working. Hey, Kathleen. Oh, goodness. Sorry about that.
What?
Oh, she's had the blue screen of death on her computer. That's never good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, pull that. No, I don't know. That's not terribly interesting. But I'm done with this big one right now. We're going to come back and do some... What's our time frame here?
You've got about 24 minutes.
Let's get something down on this and maybe we can pull it before we head out today. All right, so I'm just thinking either... I think this might be really nice.
Let me see if I can find it, guys. 1 second.
Because it's got the iridescent quality to it, and I think it's really going to be, I think this is going to be stellar. Are you still looking for black tissue paper?
I think this is the stuff. Wasn't it Safe Pro? I feel like this is it. This may or may not be. Tabletop King, maybe that's it, because I'm not getting any, not available. See, I don't know if that's it. I feel like it's that. Okay, here, maybe. No, it's gift wrap.
See, look at that. Can you see it? When you look at it straight on, it just looks like kind of pink and red goopy stuff. But when you tilt it, see that.
All right, let me check back in with chat.
All right, I'm going to let that ripen a bit. Oh, look, Fran, look what we've got here.
So
We've got a bug. A very cool bug with some cool stuff on it. I think it'll be okay if I pull this without Izzy. Alrighty.
see all buying options. Oh, see, mine's like $69. That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, and they call it extra strong butcher paper, which is kind of interesting.
Extra strong,
That's what they think.
but it's black.
Mm-hmm. But it's not showing up as available for us. I just get the product details. And then there's the steak paper. But I don't know if the steak paper is the same thing. I don't trust that.
I'm not overbearing, Fran.
Oh, see, Ginger, yeah, you found the steak paper. I don't know if that's the same thing. I'm not dropping the link. Because I think what it is it's not available. Because the Safe Pro is what I remember, and Gayla confirmed that. And then there is an option for some that's $69. but I didn't really even get a link off of that either.
Well, that really was kind of
Ooh,
poopy.
I don't know, I kind of like it.
The bug got lost in the grunge and the...
He's burrowed. That's a burrowing bug.
Okay, well, that bug's going to have to sit over here. That was kind of a disappointing, not really. Oh, and here, this was kind of cool. This brings us back to the little ATCs.
Mm-hmm.
And framing them out in the middle of the larger plates. We did that for, I don't know what we did that for, but we did a whole session with those, just using all of them. I think that's when we were building our Halloween, or our, you know,
so
one of our books. Can't remember which one.
no, not with the ATC stuff.
But we framed them out. I can't remember what we did with them. But I know we did this right here.
Mm. But they were already cut to ATC size.
Yes. And we just put them down in the big, inside the so that there was, like, you know, a frame around it. I don't know. Maybe that was just something that I thought about doing. I've got a bunch of prints like that somewhere. I just don't know where exactly they might be. Now that looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Now, Mary Ellen, that floral wrapping paper, some of that is not necessarily even like paper. It's cool stuff. Heavy duty. Remember, like that silver that we had? But it wouldn't tear.
No,
it was plasticky.
It was plasticky. You had to cut it. You couldn't get a torn edge.
Here's one thought. There has been some talk over there in Makers regarding sugar. What are the heat set paints? What is that called?
Oh,
I posted in Makers because there was conversation about it. Carolyn Dube, she just did a post with it, and it's, dang it, should have been more prepared on that information. But anyway, what would be cool is you could actually
embossing.
No, it's not embossing because it's like a heat set. So what you do is the paints are heat active. There's a word for it.
Oh, like Izzy's shirt from the
sublimation. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, thank you. See, I knew some of you guys here were, and it might have even been Lynn. Lynn, was at your post? Sorry, you know, my days. Oof.
Like Izzy's frog shirt.
Sublimation paints. No, that's completely different.
Oh.
So what happens is you can actually, it's an acrylic version of the sublimation paints. You can use them on your gel plate. You can pull the print, regular copy paper, then iron that onto, but it has to be a polyester fabric. But there are sprays, supposedly. I know nothing about this other than what I have read. So, keep that in mind.
Well, I was just going to say, well, I don't know when you did that, but I wasn't there.
No, this has like been in the last week or so that I have come across this information, and then it has been talked about a few times. It was talked about a little bit over in Fran's stream, but you can, yeah, pull the prints. You can iron it onto, but it has to be polyester. There is a spray that you can use to spray onto cotton, supposedly.
That does the same effect.
That will make then the cotton take the sublimation paint.
Huh.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. I knew I was going to need this. I'm not really glad I left it out here. I want a straight line.
I think there's some cool things to do with those, but, you know, we have the Akua paints coming. So, we're going to be working with that sometime
Yeah,
soon.
I'm pretty...
She's kind of jazzed about
I'm
it.
very jazzed about that. Okay, we've got some married up here. And
then I went down a rabbit hole of, you know, different types of printing, and then we're going to look... I'm going to get more node up on various types of printing plates, the different processes. It's been a long time. I have done a few different types, but it was a long time ago, and I don't remember the terminology. You know, we like to know the terminology.
Yeah. Here's my little Darlic, but it's not a Darlic anymore.
Dalek.
Gaelic, Darlic,
Dalek.
Dalek, Dalek.
Maybe is it Dalek?
I think it's Dalek. Alex.
Daleks. Dal.
I think it is, right?
Okay.
I don't know. I used to watch Doctor Who all the
I know.
time. Oh no, it's contaminated.
Can't pull it.
Can't pull it. It's got stuff on it. You want to aim it away from me because the other day
then you're aiming at me.
snapped it right all in my face.
Yeah, in your eyeball. Just the
eyeball. Oh boy, that's nice and juicy.
A little murdery.
My kind of stuff. Very little white.
Ooh, that was nice.
That over here so it's not sticking to
Gail
something.
is looking forward to it. Oh, see, Judy said I was correct.
What?
Dalek. Not Dalek.
Could be. It's been a while.
It's been a while. Has been a while.
Okay, well I'm just going to leave that and let that fester and ripen.
Yeah, there are all sorts of kinds on there. But the one that the one that Carolyn Dube was using was like art. Here, hold on. I'll look that up. Because just by Googling it, I will find it. It is not on Amazon. I got to remember that word. Sublimation.
I don't understand. I know what sublimate means, to put under. But why does that apply to this process of printing?
Because you have to like heat press it onto something. So I think that's where the sublimation work, you know.
Ooh, that's really pretty.
There we
Oh
go.
yeah, look at that.
Ooh, very nice. So keep in mind, the other thing that she'll probably do with these particular prints is she will tear them apart, take pieces off of them, and then we'll use those for the big, you know, collage. So it's going to be not only collaging from the gel prints, but then collaging
Look
pieces.
at this.
Wow. Oh, these are your Frankenstein she's been holding out till the end here. Why didn't you have paint on that so we could have pulled that? Well, we got about 10 minutes, but we could stay if you think it'll...
No, I'm not pulling. I'm not chancing it because it's too wonderful.
Now.
But I do want.
Iridescent bronze.
Nope. I'm not going to do it. I want it to be,
Oh, it'd be so
because
beautiful.
it already has some shiny stuff on it.
Do you understand how excited people get when I show the iridescent bronze pulls?
Well, it's just going to
As
have
excited
to.
as I get.
It's just going to have to wait a bit because I really want this to show off what's already there. And the best way to do that is to use something boring and plain.
Oh,
like
I'd love to have the letterpress.
beige. Because I think this is a really awesome.
Sublimation means the transition of a substance directly from a solid state to a gas state. Not sure why they called the paints that either. I think maybe once it heats up, it does it. Like, so Lynn was saying that the paint actually sinks into the fabric and becomes part of the fabric. And that's probably why it has to be a polyester, because it's like it almost melts. Then the paint is then adhered in a different form. You know.
Yeah,
That's my idea about it all.
Whoop-de-doo. Okay.
Oh, that is a much better price than what I was seeing online, Diane. She says concerning the Dinah Wakely blank tissue paper. It's kind of like the wet strength. that you can get in Canada. She says that she buys it from a local scrapbook store for about $8.90 for 50 sheets. Yes. Yes, that price was ridiculous. I was like, dang. I don't know if that's saving. Okay, good call. Hello, Kathy. Welcome, welcome. Well, that was a good call. It would have been even more amazing if it was iridescent bronze, but this is good too. Just a little less flare. What I need here is more flare.
Pshaw.
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 Oh, all the brayers are squeaky. I don't think there's a brayer that, I mean, even when they're brand new, I think, you know, 2 rolls in, it's going to start squeaking.
2 rolls in.
What is the stripper? Oh, well, that is a, you know, Franken-stenciled one. I swear. This is how we get into this situation.
It used to be Moroccan, but it was one that was already mussed up when you gave it to me.
Oh,
it was a reject from the R&D.
So what she has done is she's taken the outer bit, which you do get with the stripper set, with the Morocco one. So that's...
So you can see my tape here.
Volume... Hold on. So that's volume 2 of the strippers. You get the inner piece of the little melty Morocco piece that comes out of that, along with that outer piece. What she's done, because I think it was coming apart, because like she said, it was an IMPP, she used tape to kind of patch it together. Franken-stencil it.
Yeah.
So that one you could totally kind of create on your own. I will put that volume 2.
And how you pull it off, see, I got that nice corner over there when I just did a quick flop and pick up. So you got the interesting shape here and here. Plus there was some other mucky muck on the plate, so.
Why is it I can never spell Morocco? I want to put 2 R's in there.
Oh, I don't know how to spell it, that's for sure. This is a really nice print. I'm just gonna take a chance that this is gonna come off of here. Because I've been taking such good care of my plates. The print. Look at this. Can you see?
And that's some thumbprint right there in the back.
Yeah, this is one of Izzy's prints.
Oh. Oh, okay. Dye sublimation is a digital printing technology that uses the heat transfer to apply an image to the intended substrate. Also referred to as digital sublimation, the process is commonly used for decorating apparel, signs, banners, and well as other items with sublimation-friendly services. That is something that you will find over there on that one website, because they have markers. There's all sorts of things, and then you can even buy little trinkety things that you can, you know, heat set your prints or, you know, drawings or whatever too, depending on what thing you're using. Markers, paint. They have inks, I think. Like they even have stamps, like re-ink or stamp pad stuff. I think I saw that. Thank you, Candy. I like that. I think it looks cool. It's kind of like he got squished and
just legs got rearranged.
Yeah.
He lost one down here at the bottom.
That bug's seen better days, but he made a great print.
He did. He did. Okay, I just put that one down so I can't pull that one.
For those of you that are coming in, we are coming here towards the end of the stream, that is. We hope that you will come back, watch the replay, do give the thumbs up and all that business. We very much appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that ring the bell thing, you know, there's like the thumbsy up, there's the, you know, subscribe, and then there's the bell. All of that's very important. That's lovely.
Are you seeing it?
I am. There's some shifty business going on.
Shifty business.
It goes a little purple.
It does?
I see a weird alien face that's kind of screaming at me too.
Yeah, right there.
It's the bottom side of the bug.
Pretty cool.
Yes.
I like that one. I like that one a lot. Okay, what else do we have here? I don't think that one's going to be pullable. I think that that one's still wrinkled. That's not a good sign. Used plenty of paint on that booger. Oh, this one's looking okay.
Mm.
Maybe.
Maybe. Ooh.
See a little bit of that.
You used some other pieces in that. Got a Franken-stenciled strip.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. You taped in some other things. It's not just tape.
No.
Let me see it. Let me see it. Let's flip it over.
I am. It just has pieces in it. Pieces of tape.
Oh, let me see this. Maybe it didn't cut. It didn't cut the whole thing out.
I don't know
Is that
what it did. It's
the
just
deal?
that you gave it to me and said it was a bad one.
Just trying to figure out what happened here. No, yeah, you just put tape.
Yeah, and I kind of cut the tape so it was a little more
Yeah, you
organic
put
rather
okay.
than just straight, you know.
You're right. I'm seeing that now.
Because it was, that's how it was. I think that this is really a nice print.
Just
like
have to
it.
put this one. Well, maybe this can be a generation 2, you know, melty Morocco, but not so much anymore. It is pretty cool. And you would be able to do this with yours. Those of you that have it, or, you know, if you buy the stripper set. And I did order you some more washi tape. The little tiny ones. Here you go. You can have that.
Okay,
back.
well, I found my crows.
They were missing.
They were missing. I found this cool fabric, and Mariah cut it for me so that it sort of kind of fits on. But this stuff doesn't tear.
At all.
Unless you like our Superman and you can just
Fiona.
rip it. Okay, I'm getting down to something here. I'm thinking this is old stencil. New stencil.
Yeah, not been used.
Not been used. This has been used. Ninja stars. That's not what Mariah calls them. Spinners. And
Arabesque.
Arabesques. And some more little critters here.
That's
this is the
those
wrong
are
file.
alien babies.
Alien babies.
Alien veggie babies.
Alien veggie babies. Aha. Okay. So here's, I call them Fran's gears. I don't know what she calls them.
Those are gears and cogs, and that's like the cascading, I think, one of 2 that you get with the smaller set of cascading
Well,
cogs.
they're married up, so we'll just not mess with that. But I got to show you this thing because this was done with all the pieces. This is the coolest thing.
Maybe I just make your melty Morocco and this thing a set or something.
I need white paper underneath this.
Yeah, that red is not.
Isn't it awesome? What I did is I laid them down, and you can see they're absolutely even. But I laid them down, and then I cut them so that I could get my tape on there exactly where the cut was. See that?
Uh-huh.
Very, very, but doesn't it look cool?
And then Candy says, I think you should offer choices on the strips to get multiples of a single pattern.
Oh, just do one whole thing just like mine.
Well, where you would get 5
jazzy,
or 5 dragonfly
like
ones.
this.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll talk to Brad about that.
Because I think that that's where the value of them comes in. Is when you have that many, you can move them about and make them into a full
Fran
blown.
gave a lot of hearts. She loves
Who?
that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she loves that.
Yes.
I know, that's pretty cool. It looks really cool.
Well, and then she found a print with it. She's like, "Where is this?" And I'm like, I don't know.
But here, I've still got my little packages with stuff in them.
So remember, those of you that are placing orders, if you want smaller tiny bits, we can send them, but you have to request them.
Yeah, it
A
is.
lot of things we do kind of send on just because it makes sense and we don't throw it away. But there is a point where we find them kind of ridiculous and they really only scrape off the mat, and they're not all usable. Let's just say that, because they're so tiny and things. But if you want it, we will send it, but you must request it. Special instructions.
Yeah, because it is kind of a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
To do.
Well, and they kind of get everywhere. Like, we can't get all of it, but we will send what we can get.
And sometimes they get curled up depending on
Yes.
the scraping method.
All right. This was a super fun stream. Kind of this, that, and the other. Tweak it. And
Tweaky Tuesday.
I think so. On Thursday, we will continue on with a bit of, collaging, both, like, maybe collaging pieces.
I'll see if I can get it started.
Queued up.
Because the whole thing about my collaging is the hardest part is to get it started.
Well, maybe
Once
I
I
can
get
help with that, and everybody can help because they really like. That was Gayla. She said she really likes hearing you talk about your thought process of things and how you're kind of laying it out. So.
Well, sometimes I say bad words when I'm doing that.
Well, that's okay. We've got a fun little emoji for that. We're all adults here. I do have the channel marked as such.
Well, I'm trying to use my extensive vocabulary, but sometimes I just get really angry because I'm trying to find something that I want to go in a certain spot, and I'm just like, I know I had that.
Yeah. So we'll try to get some things
Queued up and started.
Yeah.
And I do have lots of stuff from I might have to renege on giving Mariah my Archipenko tissue papers and going down and get some more, or I could just make some more.
No, those are yours. You kept all those.
I did keep all the Archipenko, that's right.
Yeah.
I just gave you other stuff.
Just, a lot of the bird things that you did, and then kind of when we were doing some of these other stripper stuff, I have a lot of that we'll be sending out with orders. So, yeah, here we go. All right, guys, should be fun.
I think we got it covered.
Okay. Good times. Thanks
Good
for having
times.
me. We'll see you Thursday. Bye, guys.
Bye. This one.